How's it? This is Cameron and I'm walking the coastline of South Africa. This video covers my walk from Sheffield Beach in Ballito and walking to La Mercy. I also learned how to handle snakes, which may help me with the women in my life. But enough about the better sex. I'm brown, so obviously that means I have a whole lot of family here down in Durban. My aunt, uncle and a few cousins were off, so obviously I decided to include them in my journey. We wanted to walk from Sheffield Beach to Thompson's Bay. The going was a bit tough at first, and honestly I hadn't really realized how fit I had gotten from walking on the trail. I may have been walking a bit too quickly for them. The views were stunning though. All of us had never really been to this section of Ballito before, but it was awesome. There were all of these tidal pools and we even saw whales. I know to the pool because I think it might also be an awesome place to go snorkeling. Another thing I hadn't really realized is how rocky and slippery this section of the coast would be. It was stunning though, and honestly, I prefer walking on this rockiness instead of getting all of the sand into my shoes. Eventually my aunt and uncle and cousins decided to give up and just walk through the water. It didn't help that towards the end of the day, the tide was coming back in and we needed to make it back before the tide came in, because otherwise we might have been stranded on a random rock somewhere. Thankfully we made it all the way back to Thompson's Bay. We decided to stop there, but I wasn't sure how I was going to continue the next day. There was one rocky section which gave me some unease. The next day I headed back to the beach and decided to walk from Thompson's Bay and stop wherever I felt like it. This is me crossing over the hole in the wall. There were some stunning views and beaches along the way. I can definitely see why Ballito has become a bit of a tourist hotspot. This was the section I was a little bit worried about. Thankfully I didn't have to walk with my full backpack because I was staying with some family members, so I just had a day bag. Once I had made it past this particular obstacle, I made it to Willard's Beach and I realized there was some sort of event happening. Turns out I had stumbled onto one of the biggest surfing competitions of the year, the Ballito Pro. I decided to check it out for some time. I mean, life isn't only about walking. What was really cool is as we were sitting and watching the surfers, some dolphins got curious and decided to check the surfers out. So I sat watching them for quite some time.
Challenging conditions out here this morning. Blue up and riding. Getting to work on this one. just the one turning for India.
After that, I decided to head out. I ended up walking past some Bali, and honestly, I'm not sure what the hype is. I walked all the way to Westbrook and decided to call it quits for the day. Thankfully, and again, I'll reiterate this, I'm brown, I'm Indian, so that means I've got a ton of family all over Durban. So thankfully, one of them came to pick me up, and then I went back to their house. Honestly, I feel like I've gotten really good at river crossings now. I shouldn't take anything for chance, but I mean, yeah, look at this. I didn't even feel the need to mention it or do anything particularly special for this one. As I was walking along, I think I saw a snake. There's one thing you should know about me, and that is I'm deathly afraid of snakes. The next day I started walking from Westbrook to La Mercy. Along the way, I ran into some expected company. That's honestly why I'm smiling so much in this photo. My girlfriend came to join me. I took a bit of a break from the trail because I was busy spending time with her. I'm not going to show you exactly what we got up to because it's not safe for work. While I've been on the trail, I've realized there's one thing I'm deathly afraid of, but I definitely need to know more about, and that is snakes. While I was on my break, I decided to go attend this African Snakebite Institute course because honestly, I know how to handle my anaconda, but I don't know how to handle whatever that is. It was a really informative session. While I still don't necessarily like snakes, I'm not as deathly afraid of them as I once was, purely because I understand them a bit better and I have more of a healthy respect for them. The course was very well done because we learnt about scorpions, snakes and spiders and applicable first aid techniques for all of them too. After that, Luke, our instructor, showed us how to handle snakes. Then it was my turn. We handled 4 different types of snakes: the puff adder, the snout-nosed cobra, Cape cobra, and the Mozambican spitting cobra. You have to understand, I was completely terrified. These are 4 very highly venomous snakes. Side note, the instructor explained the difference between poisonous and venomous, so I don't think I'll ever make that mistake ever again. Anyway, these are 4 of the most highly venomous snakes in South Africa. In particular, the Cape cobra is responsible for the second most deaths in South Africa. It's quite interesting. You can't really see it here, but it's quite interesting staring in the face of a danger noodle that you know can kill you. It's actually quite surreal. These creatures are beautiful though. What was really cool is they also had certified snake handlers right over there. So if we did run into trouble, then they were there to assist. And also people were giving words of encouragement throughout the entire training session. I definitely recommend doing the snake level 1 first aid and awareness course with African Snakebite Institute. They really taught me a lot. I even told my girlfriend that she needs to go so that she can handle my Mozambican spinning cobra. After the training, I got a certificate which showed that I'm actually a certified snake handler now. All I need is a permit from the government in order to actually handle snakes. I haven't needed a permit to handle my snake for the last 28 years though, so we're pushing all the way down the South African coastline. So hit subscribe for next week Sunday's episode. Cheerio!